Section 1. Constitutional Foundation of Labour Rights in Nepal. The Constitution of Nepal, adopted in 2015, marks a significant milestone in the nation's journey towards establishing a just and equitable society. It lays the groundwork for protecting and promoting fundamental rights, including a comprehensive set of labour rights. These rights are not merely aspirational, but are legally enforceable, reflecting Nepal's commitment to social justice and the well-being of its workforce. The Constitution recognises the dignity of labour and the crucial role of workers in national development. The inclusion of labour rights in the Constitution is a testament to the struggles and sacrifices of workers and trade unions throughout Nepal's history. Their advocacy for fair wages, safe working conditions and the right to organise has culminated in these constitutional guarantees. The Constitution serves as a bedrock, guiding the formulation of laws and policies that translate these rights into tangible realities for workers across various sectors. The Constitution's emphasis on labour rights is intertwined with its vision of a prosperous and inclusive Nepal. By ensuring decent work conditions, promoting social security, and protecting workers from exploitation, the Constitution aims to create a conducive environment for economic growth that benefits all. Furthermore, the recognition of labour rights contributes to social harmony by reducing inequality and promoting a sense of fairness and respect between employers and employees. The constitutional provisions on labour rights are a reflection of Nepal's commitment to international labour standards. By aligning its legal framework with international conventions and treaties ratified by Nepal, the country demonstrates its dedication to upholding the rights of workers in a globalized world. Section 2. Key labour rights enshrined in the Constitution. The Constitution of Nepal, 2015, explicitly recognises several fundamental labour rights. These rights are crucial for ensuring the well-being of workers and creating a just and equitable society. They cover a wide range of aspects, from the right to employment to protection against exploitation. Article 33 of the Constitution guarantees the right to employment, a fundamental right for every citizen. This provision underscores the state's responsibility to create an environment conducive to employment generation and opportunities for all. It reflects the government's commitment to tackling unemployment and underemployment, thereby ensuring the economic security of its citizens. Article 34 focuses on the right to appropriate labour practices. This provision aims to protect workers from unfair and exploitative practices in the workplace. It emphasises the need for fair wages, reasonable working hours, and safe and healthy working conditions. This provision recognises the inherent dignity of labour and seeks to ensure that workers are treated with respect and fairness. Article 29 of the Constitution expressly prohibits all forms of exploitation, including forced labour, child labour and trafficking. This provision reflects Nepal's commitment to eradicating such practices which violate fundamental human rights. The Constitution mandates the state to enact and enforce laws to prevent exploitation and protect vulnerable groups, particularly children, from any form of abuse and exploitation. Recognising the importance of social security for the well-being of workers, Article 43 of the Constitution guarantees the right to social security. This provision mandates the state to provide social security to workers, including unemployment insurance, old age pensions, and health insurance. The right to social security ensures that workers and their families have a safety net during times of need and vulnerability. Section 3. The Labour Act, 2017, a protective framework. Building upon the foundation laid by the Constitution, Nepal enacted the Labour Act, 2017, a comprehensive piece of legislation that aims to regulate employment relations and protect the rights of workers. This act consolidates and updates previous labour laws, incorporating international labour standards and best practices. The Labour Act reflects a significant step towards creating a more just and equitable working environment in Nepal. The Labour Act 2017 is designed with a clear focus on safeguarding the rights and well-being of workers. It recognises the inherent power imbalance that often exists between employers and employees and seeks to level the playing field. The Act does this by providing clear guidelines and standards for various aspects of employment, including wages, working hours, leave and safety. One of the key aspects of the Labour Act is its emphasis on inclusivity. The Act recognises the diversity of Nepal's workforce and strives to ensure that all workers, regardless of their gender, caste, ethnicity or any other form of discrimination, are treated fairly and with respect. It prohibits discrimination in hiring, promotion and remuneration and mandates equal opportunities for all. The Labour Act also emphasises the importance of social security for workers. It mandates employers to contribute to social security funds which provide benefits such as pensions, health insurance and maternity benefits. This provision ensures that workers have a safety net to fall back on in case of illness, injury or retirement. Health and safety in the workplace are paramount concerns addressed by the Labour Act. The Act stipulates that employers must provide a safe and healthy working environment for their employees. This includes providing adequate ventilation, sanitation facilities and personal protective equipment, as well as taking measures to prevent accidents and occupational hazards. Section 4. Scope and applicability of the Labour Act. The Labour Act of 2017 has a wide scope applying to all establishments, regardless of their size or sector, with certain exceptions. This broad applicability is crucial in ensuring that labour rights are protected across the board, covering both formal and informal sectors. The Act's provisions are designed to address the diverse needs of workers in various industries. The Labour Act covers all types of employment relationships, including full-time, part-time, temporary and contract-based employment. This ensures that even workers engaged in non-traditional forms of employment are entitled to the same basic rights and protections as those in traditional employment arrangements. While the Labour Act primarily focuses on regulating the private sector, it also applies to government and public sector entities. This ensures that the government, as the largest employer in the country, adheres to the same labour standards it expects from the private sector. Certain categories of workers, such as those in the armed forces and police, are excluded from the purview of the Labour Act. This is due to the specific nature of their duties and the existence of separate laws and regulations governing their employment conditions. Section 5. Key provisions of the Labour Act 2017. The Labour Act 2017 lays out a comprehensive set of provisions covering various aspects of the employer-employee relationship, aiming to establish a fair and balanced work environment. These provisions address crucial areas such as employment contracts, wages, working hours, health, safety, and welfare measures. Employment contracts are given significant importance in the Labour Act. The Act mandates that all employment agreements must be in writing, clearly outlining the terms and conditions of employment, including job responsibilities, wages, working hours, and leave entitlements. This written agreement serves to protect both parties from misunderstandings and potential disputes. The Labour Act sets out provisions for minimum wages, ensuring that workers receive a fair and livable wage for their work. The government is responsible for setting minimum wage levels for different sectors and occupations, taking into account the cost of living and other relevant factors. Working hours are also regulated by the Act, which stipulates the maximum number of hours an employee can be required to work in a day and in a week. Overtime, work is permitted, but must be compensated at a higher rate than regular working hours. The Act also mandates weekly rest periods and annual leave entitlements. The Labour Act recognises the paramount importance of health and safety in the workplace. Employers are obligated to provide a safe and healthy working environment for their employees, taking necessary precautions to prevent accidents and occupational hazards. This includes providing safety equipment, training, and ensuring proper hygiene and sanitation. Section 6. Towards a fairer employment environment in Nepal. The Constitution of Nepal 2015 and the Labour Act 2017 represent a significant stride towards establishing a fairer and more equitable employment environment in Nepal. By enshrining fundamental labour rights and providing a comprehensive framework for their implementation, These laws demonstrate a commitment to protecting the rights and well-being of Nepali workers. The impact of these laws is already being felt. The Labour Act in particular has led to improvements in working conditions, increased awareness of labour rights, and a greater focus on social security for workers. Trade unions and labour organisations have also been empowered to advocate more effectively for the rights of their members. However, challenges remain in fully realising the goals of these laws. Enforcement mechanisms need to be strengthened to ensure compliance, particularly in the informal sector. Raising awareness about labour rights among both employers and employees is crucial to fostering a culture of respect for these rights. The journey towards a truly fair and equitable employment environment in Nepal is ongoing. It requires sustained efforts from the government, employers, trade unions and civil society organisations to work collaboratively to address the remaining challenges and ensure that all workers in Nepal can enjoy decent work and a life of dignity. The Constitution and the Labour Act serve as a strong foundation for this collective endeavour.